Welcome. This is Dr. Murphy. What is effective effort? Well, let's find out. Let's talk to some of the coaches here at Effective Effort Consulting, and let's get to know them, their passions, their strengths, and the impact they're making on students, parents, and adults as they help them develop effective effort strategies and interventions to improve their lives and achieve their goals, whether it's ADHD, executive function challenges, academic challenges, or more complex needs. Doesn't matter. Our coaches are making a wonderful impact out there in the world, and I'd like to share with you what we're doing and how this might relate to you. Hope you enjoy. Jessica, thank you for joining this conversation. Really appreciate your time, appreciate you and all the work you're doing with students and young adults and high school kids and with parents. And you're really just supporting families and kiddos in so many different levels and ages. And you just have such a wealth of background. And you and I have known each other for years, and that's pretty fun too. So, but in this discussion, I really am trying to celebrate what effective effort means to us as a company, but also to the coaches and how that's relating or translating into the work they're doing. So I was hoping you could take a minute and just share with us what that means to you.
Of course. Yeah. When I think of effective effort, I think of it as finding the system, the process, the strategies that work best for the client, and how to help them be successful. Right. And so helping them realize, wow, I can do this thing that was really difficult. I just had to think about it in a different way. Or, oh, this system that's working for everybody else, it doesn't have to work for me. Right. There are other ways to accomplish this task. And I think the beauty of that is when we find something that works, you can see the confidence increase. They start feeling more positive about, school or their home life, or, you can see it sort of spill over into all these different areas. When everything feels really hard, it's really difficult for our clients to see the positives that are happening. And there are positives, right? But the challenges a lot of times take over. So I think it's really about just building on those strengths and helping them see that, oh, wow, I do have the skills to do this. I just had to look at it differently.
Yeah, that's such a well said summary. You come at this work, this really dynamic coaching type work with not only with a professional background, right? Years of work in the professional field, and also your own personal kind of passion and interest in this work. I'd love for you to really kind of share what your professional background has been to kind of get you to have these types of skills and make such an impact, and also kind of what you're personally the kind of clients you love to work with.
Of course. Yeah. So professionally, I have been a special education teacher for 17 years now. And I've always worked with older individuals. When I graduated college, I always said I was going to work with little guys. I wanted, kindergarten, first grade, elementary school. And I got a job working with adults, 18 and older transition program. And I was like a fish out of water, right? Not something that I had any experience with, but learned to love really quickly. And that was really nice because you could see the whole person. So it wasn't just, I'm working with you on this subject area in this class. It was teaching them the life skills and being involved in the college process, the vocational exploration, helping them manage bills and medications and apartments and living with a roommate, navigating the community. So that's when I really, I started to realize that we have to look at all of that together. You can't just teach it all in one direction. Okay, I'm just going to help you figure out how to write an English essay. And look at how it spills over into all these different areas and where that executive functioning, right? The problem solving, the decision making that, right, they might be using in the classroom can carry over into other areas of their life. And then most recently, I spent 5 years in a public high school. And my favorite part, I think, of that was working with the students on the transition piece and getting them to think about, why is what I'm doing right now important for what I want to do after school? I think they get so frustrated. I'll never need to use, linear equations or whatever it might be. Right. But thinking about that bigger picture and, okay, well, this is a small step, right, towards that bigger goal. Where do you want to go? And how is this going to help you get there?
Yeah. And that's probably so many reasons why you've naturally transitioned into this type of work with us so seamlessly, kind of as a mission, as a company, and who we are, taking a holistic approach to really helping clients grab their strengths, right, and harness their strengths and capitalize on who they want to be, right, and like whether it's looking at the transitional skill, ADL skills, the academic skills, the journey into college or beyond, and also taking a team approach that really matches, really from your special ed lens, right, wrapping that team perspective around a client and saying, how can we build a village of support for you? Kind of a little deviation in questioning, Jess, if you're
Sure.
okay. What I guess, but the kind of the easiest way to ask is what makes you laugh?
Shows like The Office make me laugh. Getting a little brain break, from everything else going on in life or anything else going on, and just being able to sit and just enjoy something that is just silly and right. You don't have to think about it.
Okay, of course, comes with the next follow-up question. If you're bringing up The Office, who's your favorite character?
Oh my goodness. There's so many good ones. But I would have to say the boss. He's probably the most dynamic, interesting character.
Oh, that's true. That's true. And also, and kind of on another note, what would you say is one of your biggest pet peeves?
Oh, I would say one of them is definitely right, not replacing something. So, you take the garbage out and then you open the trash can and there's no bag in it after. Or, an empty right, paper towel holder when you're going to grab one or something like that.
You'd be so annoyed at my dog. Every time my dog takes out the trash and tears it all apart in the living room, he never puts
it back.
Speaking of, I saw the curtain move. I think your dog is somewhere local in the
Oh,
vicinity.
yes.
Well, Jessica, I just want to say how much, as on behalf of the clients that you and I worked with and the clients you're working with now, really appreciate your work and your attention. You're just really making such an amazing impact on the community and really helping not only the clients you're working with, but the parents feel really supported as well and giving them a voice. And I think that's really empowering to this type of impact and type of work that we're doing as academic coaches and executive function coaches. So I just want to say how much I appreciate you and the work you're doing.
Great. Thank you so much.